What's up, guys? It's your man, Nate Markham, IDP director over here at FantasyandFrames.com. Before we get started on the 2023 IDP Target Series, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, smash that bell so you can get updated every time that we come live to bring you fantasy advice. I want to get started talking a little bit about Quay Walker, second-year linebacker with the Green Bay Packers. The current situation is this. He's entering his second year. He led all rookies last year in total tackles and solo tackles. Led all rookie linebackers in quarterback pressures, stops, pass breakups. I mean, he's starting again the second year alongside Joe Barry, and he gets Devondre Campbell to learn from next to him on the inside. Let's take a look at his stats from last year. He's got it in his rookie year, had 119 tackles, a 14% total tackle rate, 5 tackles for a loss, 1.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery, 7 passes defensed, 12 quarterback pressures. Mind you, that's an 18% pressure rate. Borderline elite, especially for a rookie. And to go along with the 13th most blitzes amongst all linebackers, being put in a position to do so with Joe Barry's tutelage. Ideal. What's not ideal, though, is this. Last year, he had an 82% snap rate. Green Bay Packers have been shown to play a lot of one linebacker sets in run defense. They play what they call their penny formation, which is a 4 defensive line, really like one linebacker if you consider that, and then about 5 defensive backs. So Quay Walker found his way out of some of those snaps, but, you know, at the same time, overly concerned? Not really, but something to pay attention to. And another reason is he's going to compete with an already established Devondre Campbell for that playing time. Another reason that if he was in consistently over 90%, I would even have higher expectations for Quay. And one of the other main reasons is he is a hothead. We saw that multiple times last year. 2 different ejections. The Packers are already talking about making sure that Quay Walker in between snaps is kind of corralled in, harnessed. Let's make sure he doesn't do anything else. I don't want to say stupid because I love the energy. I love the excitability and the passion. And you just got to harness it a little bit. And believe it or not, he might be too effective in coverage. That's actually a concern, is that if you're too good and you're just preventing the ball from getting into the receiver's hand or the tight end or the running back, etc., you can't make too many plays. I know it's kind of basic IDP knowledge. It's weird to think that being too good at something can be negative, but if there's reasons to be concerned about an elite athlete in a situation that could be positive, we have to find something. But let's find something to be optimistic about. And that is, contrarily speaking, the fact that he is excellent in coverage. That does pay dividends, especially if being put on the field more as a result. And that's what we want to see. Last year, he had a 50% catch rate, which was second in the NFL, behind only one, Fred Warner, who is what some people consider the best coverage linebacker in football. I've talked about his elite athleticism. He was 91st percentile in the 40-yard dash, 80th percentile in the 3-cone drill. So we have opportunity, we have skill set, and even more so, we have situation, which is the blitz rate and pressure rate. He's already 13th in blitz rate. We know the pressure rate right there was excellent at 18%. That should turn into more sacks, and especially like in balanced scoring, hell, in all scoring, that's positive from a linebacker that you expect to have 100-plus tackles. Some other things that, among linebackers last year, with at least 40 snaps per game, Quay's 9% solo tackle rate was 12th in the NFL. When on the field, he is more than athletic to get to the ball carrier and take him down without being, second fiddle, short on the assisted tackles, which is always positive, especially when you're looking at really a 2-to-1 solo to tackle scoring format. And then last but not least is one thing that I don't necessarily love to look at from an optimistic standpoint, but realistically speaking, is Devondre Campbell last year. He missed some time. Knee injury, shoulder injury beginning to the season, and he had to miss 4 weeks, week 9 to 12. During that time, what did Quay Walker do? Well, he saw 97% of the snaps and was the overall LB11 during that time. I don't want to predict an injury. I hope it doesn't happen. But in the case that it does, where you're getting Quay Walker if that happens, is most likely an LB1 during that time. So when should you draft him? You know, right now I am drafting him as my LB2. I think he's falling in a lot of people's, I would say, overall rankings. And I think I could have him as my LB3. Currently, right now on Fantasy Pros ECR, he is my LB15. It's early. That can change. But what do I expect from a fantasy outlook? Realistically, there is a clear path for Quay to be one of the best values in especially a balanced IDP scoring. He has the ability to get to the quarterback, disrupt the passing game and coverage. Here are my concerns is, of course, the 85, the 80% snap share. If he doesn't get above that, you're relying on efficiency. And efficiency is a little scary ceiling and floor to rely on. But the Packers have been known to play with, one linebacker on run plays, which, again, could hurt his upside. But I am, despite all that negative, I am still positive that his athleticism will force Joe Barry's hand to at least consider more playing time. So I see him finishing as an LB2. I think the efficiency will be there based on athleticism. I would love to see the upside of an LB1 overall, but I think that's going to probably rely on a Devondre Campbell injury and or some regression on his behalf. So again, I'm Nate Markham. Thank you for listening. We will have more IDP target series coming up. Make sure to go over to Twitter, follow me at Nate Markham. Again, hit that like, subscribe, hit that bell button. And if you have any comments, obviously, like I said, at Nate Markham on Twitter. Best of luck this year.